to Southern California.
And that's where we're going to go right now as we bring in our Chargers reporter, Lindsay Theory, who is actually at Chargers camp and has breaking news for us. Lindsay, what more can you tell us?
Shay, a stunning turn of events here in Southern California. Late last night, the Chargers were informed that receiver Mike Williams was contemplating retirement. It is now confirmed. He has told the Chargers, his representation has informed the Chargers that he will be retiring this season. Williams was expected to make his return to Southern California after a couple of seasons away in New York and with Pittsburgh. He was expected this season to provide a real safety net for Justin Herbert, those two with an established connection. But instead, Mike Williams has decided to retire.
Right. The latest I had heard was that maybe he was going to start on the PUP list or be on the PUP list for a little bit. And then obviously this stunning news today.
Cal, and I mentioned we've been on the road here on SportsCenter, and now we're going camping to Chargers training camp we go. Practice is underway today at the Bolt. The Chargers ranked #1 in team defense last season. However, lost their 5-time Pro Bowl pass rusher, Joey Bosa, in free agency. QB Justin Herbert will also have plenty of eyes on him as the Chargers look to not only make the playoffs, but also get a win for the first time since the 2018 season.
Let's talk a little bit more Chargers with our NFL front office insider. That would be Mike Tannenbaum here in studio, which is such a treat. Mike T, busy offseason, obviously, for the Chargers and for a lot of teams. Do you think the moves that they made, though, will help propel the Chargers this upcoming season?
Yes, Shay. I think they had a really productive offseason. Let's look at what they brought in. Mike Williams, who formerly was there, a big physical outside receiver. Trey Harris, they drafted him in the 2nd round. Those are big physical, productive outside receivers that they certainly didn't have last year. Then they also added Mekhi Becton, a really good offensive lineman who struggled early, played well for Philadelphia. And to me, the big acquisition is right here, Omarion Hampton, the productive running back from North Carolina, who also had 73 catches. He'll be effective not only running, but in the passing game.
Okay, so that's some good news because some of these rookies, or some of these new additions, I should say, have had some issues. You got some issues with Mike Williams. He'll start on the PUP list. Trey Harris is a holdout right now. Najee Harris has an injury. So hopefully everyone comes along. But now as we look forward, right, we want to see how this offense is all going to come together behind one Justin Herbert. You got year 2 for Jim Harbaugh. What do you see happening?
Nobody loved Justin Herbert more than me coming out. This is a massive.
That is fact.
This is a massive year for him. He's going to play really well for the aforementioned additions. And when you think about not only Jim Harbaugh, but Greg Roman, their offensive coordinator, what they want to do, they want to run the ball and then play action. We saw Ladd McConkey. We saw plays that Justin Herbert made with his feet. This offense should have all the answers. I expect them to be really good this year on that side of the ball.
Okay, maybe this is the year that the Chargers get their first playoff win. We will see, or at least Justin Herbert for that matter. But it's a very crowded division, the AFC West is, right? A very good division. So let's go through and let's get your predictions for the rest of said division. And we'll start with the Raiders, whose rookies report today as well. What do you think about the Raiders?
I think they're going to be really improved, and it's going to be around rookie running back Ashton Genty. They handed him the ball in Green Bay when they first drafted him. And when you think about what they want to do from not only Pete Carroll, but offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, they want to run the ball. This is going to be Seattle's version.
Well, so you move on to the Broncos. Got a hot take?
I do. Their defense is going to be even better, and they led the league in sacks. They were top 3 overall. They added Dre Greenlaw, Taloa Hufanga from San Francisco, 2 veterans that are really good players, and then Jahdae Barron, first-round pick out of Texas. So they took a strength, Shay, and actually made it better. And again, in the West, when you're competing against Justin Herbert and obviously Patrick Mahomes, I love what they did. Fortify his strength. This defense is going to be dominant this year.
Right, and obviously that is one of Peyton's strengths. And then you've got Bo Nix in year 2. All that is good things. And now the Kansas City Chiefs.
Josh Simmons, left tackle here, Ohio State. Shay, if he was healthy, he was a top 10 pick. I love this draft choice. Take a weakness and make it a strength. Last year, this team won 15 games, but really struggled in pass protection. Re-signed Trey Smith, who we're looking at here. Hopefully they have a healthy Rashee Rice. Obviously, Travis Kelce is back. But it all starts up front with Josh Simmons and Trey Smith. Protect the franchise in Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, so usually this is the point in the conversation where we say, so can the Chiefs do it again? Chiefs, though, got dismantled a little bit in the Super Bowl. And so who would you pick to win this division?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
That is the point in the conversation.
Shay, here's why. They won 15 games a year ago and went to the Super Bowl, and they are better. They are a lot better. This was a team that was 26 in yards per pass attempt, 30th in air yards per completion. If they could protect this guy right here, Patrick Mahomes, with a healthy Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, last year's first-round pick, and a healthy Hollywood Brown, they're going to be a lot more explosive. So it's kind of scary. In an off-rebuild year, they got to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to be even better this year.
Oh, that is a scary thought, especially considering the Kansas City Chiefs have won that division 9 consecutive years in a row. Scary thought. Mike T, we'll see you a little later.
At the mic, as the Chargers become the first team to begin training camp today, here he is on the benefits of beginning his second season.
I hate to use the word comfortable because I don't associate it with football, but I associate it in the terms of confidence. Everything you're doing for a second time. Everybody that was here last year, I mean, they know the system, they know the plan better than they did a year ago, I know I got K-Mac, I got Derwin, Justin, the other elite 10. There's a confidence there.
Coming up, more from Chargers Camp. We're live with Lindsey Theory as the Bolts power up their first practices at training camp today.
It is sophomore season in Chicago for the Bears starting quarterback. Caleb Williams enters year 2 in the Windy City with a new head coach and a much improved offensive line. Williams was sacked a league-high 68 times last season, but did show true glimpses of really good quarterback play. Bears fans are hoping for more of a sophomore surge as opposed to, of course, a sophomore slump in year 2, especially considering this offseason has brought an upgrade in both playmakers and pass protectors. Maybe someone like me is looking at it with rose-colored glasses, though. I don't know. Bears reporter Courtney Cronin, NFL front office insider Mike T is here to give us some juicy news. Courtney, I'll go to you first here, our resident Bears reporter. So happy to have her in the building, by the way. What can you report on what Chicago has done this offseason to help Caleb Williams?
So we know that the Ben Johnson offense features a whole ton of play action. Detroit had the highest play action usage in the NFL last season. Chicago was 30th. So what does that require? Caleb Williams going under center more. He had 7 snaps under center in college between USC and Oklahoma, usually just short yardage situations, only 84 in Shane Waldron's offense last year. So as Caleb calls it, it's the Ben Johnson effect. He has been a right foot up in the gun sort of quarterback his entire career. Now he's starting with his left foot forward. So little changes like that. Working on the center quarterback exchange with new center Drew Dahlman has been a huge part of the offseason, and they've been throwing a whole lot at him. A lot of long, lengthy, worded play calls, multiple calls at the line of scrimmage to give him some autonomy about what happens when the ball is snapped and go in tempo a lot. That is what we have seen in some of the early practices.
Yeah, so Courtney's laid it out right there. So, Mike T, what are your expectations for Caleb Williams in year 2?
Improvement, but bumpiness, and a lot for what Courtney laid out, which is, look, last year Ben Johnson's Detroit offense led the league with snaps under center. I work with Ben in Miami. He is a rule-based fundamental coach, and something that I know Courtney's already witnessed. And he had 68 sacks. So 2 things. One, he has to get used to playing with his back to the line of scrimmage, something quarterbacks tell you takes time. And he has natural proclivities of running backwards. He has to stop that. He ran into a lot of sacks last year. If he could get used to play action, cut down on sacks, they will be improved. So you could be relieved, Chef.
I'm like, come on. He hasn't had like a shirt-up offensive line yet since he's been in the NFL. Now it's a short.
68 sacks, though?
Right. And if he's walking into some of them and you have an improved offensive line, like you have to see improvement somewhere. Okay, I need to be quiet now because we need to play a little game. It's called Hot Tea with Mike T. Courtney's going to play along, too.